All right, let's talk about something huge that's happening right now in the world of fertility. It's a quiet revolution, really. Power is literally shifting away from the doctor's office and right into your hands. And trust me, it's changing everything about the journey to conception.
So, let me ask you this, straight up. Who's in charge of your fertility journey? I mean, who's really calling the shots? For like forever, the answer was pretty clear, right? But that's the very thing that's being turned on its head.
Yeah, that old model? The one where doctors held all the cards, all the information, all the authority? It's starting to crumble. We're seeing the balance of power in our own health get completely redrawn, and it's happening as we speak.
And this quote from our source material, it just nails it. Precious Derek said, "It's almost like women have taken powers. They have the powers to do stuff themselves." And that's exactly it. People aren't just sitting around waiting for answers anymore. Nope. They're going out and finding them on their own terms with a whole new set of tools and a real sense of control.
Okay, so let's get into the first big trend here. It's what you could call the do-it-yourself approach to fertility. Basically, the clinic is coming home. All that essential testing and tracking, it's moving out of the doctor's office and right into your living room.
I mean, look at this. The difference between then and now is just wow. It's night and day. In the past, the whole process felt like a total black box, didn't it? You'd go to the clinic, get some tests, and then, well, the doctor had all your data. Now, you track your own cycles. You collect your own data. And that information is right there at your fingertips, instantly.
And this isn't some abstract idea, you know? It's being driven by a whole toolkit of stuff you can buy right now. We're talking about at-home ovulation predictor kits, these sneak peek tests, and even more detailed methods like charting your basal body temperature. That's basically your body's lowest resting temperature, and tracking it can help you pinpoint exactly when you're ovulating. The point is, people are now able to gather all this super crucial information for themselves.
And get this, what's really wild is where this is all going. According to our source material, the next big thing is going to be wearable tech and AI. Just imagine devices on your wrist that can predict your ovulation and fertility windows with insane accuracy. The future is literally wearable.
All right, let's switch gears to the next major shift because it all connects. See, it's not just about tracking data points. It's a much deeper change in philosophy. We're moving away from just treating a single problem and starting to look at the entire body as this one big interconnected system.
So one of the biggest changes our source material points out is this move from pills to plates. Instead of immediately reaching for medication, the first line of defense, the first step in getting your body ready, is now all about nutrition.
And again, this quote just says it all. Food is medicine. The food we eat heals our body or wounds our body. It perfectly captures this new mindset. The idea is simple but powerful. What you put on your plate is either helping your body get ready for pregnancy or it's hurting it. It's an active player in your health.
But this whole holistic thing goes way beyond just what you eat. People are diving into acupuncture, they're getting serious about gut health and probiotics, and they're even changing how they work out to support their hormones. You know, realizing that some issues might actually be hormonal, not just a matter of doing more crunches.
But okay, it's not just about the physical body, what you eat or how you move. The conversation then got even bigger. It expanded from the body to the mind. And this is a huge piece of the puzzle. Recognizing that there's a deep, powerful connection between your mental state and your fertility.
So here's the bottom line. Mental health is not some secondary thing to worry about later. It's now seen as a core foundational piece of the whole fertility puzzle. I mean, the source puts it pretty bluntly. If you're not okay up there, you will not be okay down there. It's a direct link.
So you might be wondering, where is all this power, all this confidence coming from? Well, it's being fueled by an absolute explosion of knowledge. Information is everywhere, and it's changing not just what we know, but also who is now part of the conversation.
And this is a massive, massive change. For so long, fertility was seen as, a woman's issue. The focus was almost 90% on the female partner. But now, that's shifting. It's becoming a shared 50-50 responsibility. Men are getting actively involved and curious about their own fertility health, which is a huge step forward.
You know what else is great about all this new knowledge? We're finally busting some old, tired myths and replacing them with personalized, real understanding. And the biggest myth of all to finally bite the dust? That old day 14 ovulation rule. Yeah, that's officially dead. Because people now understand so much more about their own cycles. They get that ovulation can happen at different times for different people.
They're learning how to actually calculate their fertile window, even if their cycles are irregular. They know the difference between safe and unsafe periods, and they're getting familiar with key concepts, like the role of the luteal phase.
Take the luteal phase, for example. That's the 2-week window after you ovulate. People now have a much clearer picture of what's happening inside their bodies during that time. They understand this incredible, complex journey, from fertilization happening way up in the fallopian tube all the way to, fingers crossed, implantation in the uterus. It's amazing. And having that knowledge replaces so much of the old uncertainty with real, solid understanding.
Okay, so we've covered a lot. We've talked about the whole DIY approach, the rise of holistic health, and this new era of knowledge. So, what does it all mean for you? What's the one big thing you should take away from all of this? Here it is. The single thread connecting all of these trends is that you are no longer just a patient. You are an expert on your own body. You've gone from being a passive person who just gets instructions to being an active, informed partner in your own health journey. That's the real power shift. And this final quote just brings it all home. The doctors had monopoly of the knowledge, but now it has changed. Think about that. The monopoly on information is gone. That wall has come down. Knowledge is now for everyone. It's democratized. It's out there for anyone who wants to find it. And so that leaves us with one last really big question to chew on. With so much information, so much data right at our fingertips, what does the future of fertility care even look like? As we become more and more empowered, how is that going to change the relationship between us and our doctors? It's a pretty powerful thought to end on, isn't it?